Apex Live Trading Room starts now.
That's a nice looking pattern formation there.
We're about to intro Gareth.
So what's that target to?
Hold on, we're about to do our intro, Gareth.
Oh, jeez, all right. My bad.
Hey guys, welcome to the afternoon session of the live day trading room. My name is Lawton. I'm joined by Drew Dosick, Gareth Soloway, and Benjamin Poole. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
How's it going?
What is up, Lawton? Yes, we are now live. Hey, yeah, sorry about that, Gareth.
No, you're good, man. It's we need a countdown clock.
I know. Upside target is $30.22 on KDP.
Well, let's get there today. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, everybody buy. Keep buying. Push this thing up.
So yeah, just a couple observations here that I'm seeing. I'm continuing to see weakness in Palantir and Robinhood, which is kind of interesting because those are the two big ones that retail is really into. So that's kind of interesting. And then you basically have just pause. Nvidia is just pausing here, waiting for those earnings after the bell, up 20 cents. But the rest of mega cap tech hanging in there for the most part. I mean, Tesla's flat to negative, but then Amazon's flat, Google's up a little bit. It's honestly a pretty quiet day here from everything I'm seeing.
While it is quiet, I am actually interested in getting in a trade now. So let me show you what I'm looking at with Albemarle, ALB. And here we go. You can see right now, basically 87.50. Let's go ahead and get in a 1/8 short at 87.50. The ask is at 87.49 right now.
Lawton, hold your breath. No, it's just me. Oh, fine.
I'm holding it.
Oh.
All right, I couldn't hold it that long. I wasn't prepared.
Oh,
All right, hold it again. Right? Actually, I'm actually going to hold it. You ready?
1/8 short.
Yeah, let's do 1/8 short.
Just a 1/8.
Just a 1/8.
So 1/8 indicates 1/8 of the entire trading portfolio.
Okay, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, me neither. Right when I was announcing it was about our time to get in. And it was basically filling right there when I was talking, but I did not get filled. If anybody did get filled by happenstance, be looking for
all the money.
Yeah, all of the money. At least 60 cents, I would say. I'm likely going with a 1/7 would be a little bit better, but I need to see some volatility. So I want to see it pierce above 87.50. And really, as you can see here, it's just not moving, right? So let's have just a small pierce of 87.50.
Yep. Yeah, John, my SOX target was 665 earlier. It filled me earlier, but I was in a show. I was on a show during that time. So that was my target from earlier. Yeah, it was. But if you're in it, what I would do is this thing is, let me show my charts actually. That was my target, but I was on a show when that happened. So you're in the money, 3 cents now. I'd look for like 7 cents, right? So I'd look for around 672 exit on that. If you did get filled. Again, unfortunately, I was on my show during the time that got filled. But that's what I'd look for.
Phoebe got filled MDB short Pierce of 290. Yes. So here's something to think about. Let me go ahead and switch to my chart real quick. Sorry, Lawton. So look at what happened, right? At 12:07, it got up to $289.84. Look at this down drop. I mean, this drop. Got $2.50, almost a 1% drop, little to no volatility. If you ever see this happen, this means that it's likely to head higher. So it recaptured this pivot high and then proceeded to go up even higher. So this would have negated any type of entry price at $290. I was putting in a bull flag, so it could go up even higher. Not to say that it can't play out, but that would be a reason to reassess a potential entry. You notice I didn't hop on here and say, hey, you guys, I'm getting into that trade now. So here's what you're looking at. You're looking at this upsloping trend line. Let's see if it connects into any other additional points. All right, so you got a little bit of price consolidation right along this upsloping trend line. So what you're going to look for is a break back inside of $289.83, and then a break of this upsloping trend line. If you get below there, you can look for a downside target of around 287 or even more, but that would be where I'd be looking. So each trader is going to do it a little bit different, Sivram. So for me, it would be off of the table. The same rule to ALB. However, if Drew still likes it, then that's something he would possibly take.
Right. Yeah, I'll still be interested. Little Pierce 87.50. We're not far away from there. And the reason being, and just like Ben said, this could end up floating. This is a very similar pattern. But one thing I am noticing, we've got not only a 10-minute topping tail, but we do have a potential head and shoulders pattern on the 1-minute chart. And that would put us to basically that target of about 60 cents. And now it's starting to break that neckline. And here, I'll show you my charts.
So the nice thing is, Phoebe, you're in the money now on MDB. So break this upswing trend line, and you can look for a further move to the downside. Maybe look for about $3, just about a 1%. If you can start getting below these low pivots at 287.32, you could even head back down to 285 or even lower. Could get back down to 281.
You see how slow this stock is moving too, so that can put it at risk, especially if the spiders continue to float. So, I mean, we've got a couple reasons to take this trade, but it's just not going to be one of those fast, quick, easy button trades per se. See here, neckline's already been broken, so that's kind of even making me not want to get in it as much, because again, I'm sitting here now above 87.50. So if price gets back up there, now this pattern is potentially negated. So with that being said, I am going to take my position off the table. Shoot. Okta got so close. ALB was basically at the time I announced, but we're about to see right here if it's going to fail or not. And you do have a nice 10-minute topping tail right here. Problem is with this trade, you can see down at the bottom of the screen, the volume that I just highlighted. We are starting to uptick a little bit, but it's not heavy volume like what we see here or what we see here. Now volume's actually starting to uptick and it's pushing price higher. So this could be a good decision to stay away. You know, sometimes it's like that. It's like a little bit of nuances with the charts can either make or break an element of a pattern. Notice too, I've got this inclining trend line right here. I can get a little bit more tight. Do it like that. And to right there. Now price is pushing up. So again, I do not have my order out there to short. I do not have my order out there to short. It's been taken away. So now you got to anticipate potentially ALB headed up probably right here. And if it gets above 87.59, then it could just grind. It could grind and float. Much like what the spiders are doing. Incredible move on the spiders, by the way, guys. Did have a little bit of profit taking going on. But as I was discussing when I came in the room this morning, where with the rest of the traders here on the floor, I was saying, you know, this doesn't, you know, the likelihood when you flip and look at Nvidia, and Nvidia, it loves to stay at the top of the charts over the last couple of years. It just enjoys hanging out up there. But when you look at this chart and you see it's extended as it is, yes, we did have a beautiful red candle right here, implying that that red candle is going to be holding down price, and it has for the following, 6 trading days. And then you look further back, we now have another red candle. It's not as big as this one, but still both of those candles really haven't allowed price to get above. And then we have the top of the parallel. So I'm thinking, all right, guys, we're at the top end of the chart on Nvidia. This is a big company. Now, it could come out with earnings and have nothing happen. Or it could come out and we could see, some competitors gaining market share, particularly ones with chip sales over in China. And they're losing market share, they're losing revenue, 15% cut to the US. You would think that would probably be a time for some investors to start hitting the take profit button, but here we are. Markets are continuing to push up and defying gravity. So very interesting, curious situation. I did not ancush. Nope. No, I announced several times. I did not, and I took my order out on ALB. It was a teaser for us. Stella asking about MDB for swing short. You could, generally on, a scenario like that, you look at MDB, and this is just my chart. We've got some different, analysis going on it, but you see here, we've got a nice breakout going on MDB. Usually what happens with MDB or with any stock per se, here on the daily, we're starting to get a little extended. Doesn't mean we can't hang out up here for a while, but this sort of breakout usually has a retrace. So that would be your shorting opportunity. This would pull back to, potentially about 13%. So, you could. It's pretty risky, though, considering it's in breakout situation right now.
It could also head up to the $300 even number before getting a pullback as well.
Yep. That's what you were targeting earlier, too. Even before your trade, you had another level up there. So he's exactly right. And then with this sort of momentum after earnings, typically I like to wait a few days, because what happens here is when you have a big move on any stock, and this one's a decent move, we're up 34% roughly from yesterday, 35. So you have people that are in this that are shorting it. And what are they having to do now with the 35% pop? They're likely covering, and that probably won't take place just only today. It's probably going to take place over the next several days because investors are probably seeing this and like, oh man, we're probably going to get a pullback, much like I said, to this declining trend line. But then people that are investors that were shorting here are now covering and pushing that price up higher. So that can happen over at least a few days to a week after earnings.
Andrew, MDB has already pulled back to VWAP already several times today. So, we're not experts on the VWAP, but we use it from time to time. But, whether it's going to go back to that level, that's your guess is as good as ours, right? definitely could. Got to break this upsloping trend line that I was mentioning earlier. And then you've got the upper multiplier band. And then you've got this 285.13 level. Look at all this resistance. So resistance, resistance, resistance. Now you're above it, so you're going to get some support here. By this time, the volume weighted average price may be actually up here, but you know, again, it's really difficult to tell what it's going to do, especially a strong stock on the day. I mean, it's up still 35% on the day, and it's not had any like significant pullbacks. I mean, this was a 3% pullback on a stock that's up 35%. I mean, it's not huge. Philip W is saying, quick question for you guys. Since this is a holiday weekend, do you typically see a slight sell-off Thursday, Friday, or do people hold on to their positions? It really depends on the markets. There's no like general rule of thumb. If the markets are all-time highs, people can start selling off because of the long weekend. But if there's still a lot of bullish sentiment, then instead of selling off, they could just be buying into the weekend or just stepping away altogether and just saying, you know what, I'm not going to trade. I don't really care. They can go up and go down. I feel comfortable. I feel safe in the markets. Yeah. So I know we're trying to get an idea of like how to go about predicting, like should we sell off or should we buy into the weekend? But really, we're just, you know, that's all news related, and all we can do is look at the charts and tell you what we're seeing from day to day. And so if you gave me an idea of an exact chart, I could possibly analyze that, like the SPY is at all-time highs. So I still think that it's going to sell off, but it really depends on what the institutions do on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, I'd say it's going to be hard to see a sell-off going into Labor Day. I would say that, and anything can happen, but I would just say the odds are slightly more difficult there for a sell-off going into the holiday, just because, like what Ben said, a lot of institutions are probably stepping aside and just watching. We've been talking about this the last couple of days in the trading room. The volume on the spiders, it's very similar today. Volume today 24.73 million at a 30-day average 67 million. So we're putting in days of very light volume. That illustrates that a lot of institutions have just stepped away and have kind of just let the markets do their thing. The only thing that would upset that, you know, is if we had geopolitical news or say big earnings upsets with major stocks, and one of those just happens to be this afternoon. So who knows if it's going to be an upset, if it's going to be a dud, if it's going to be a rocket ship, you know, and that's basically what we're here to, you know, I can see the chart just like I went over it, but I don't know, and no one really knows which way the stock of Nvidia is going to go. We can tell you the probabilities and what it looks like it's going to do, but then we can react to it afterwards.
William C is saying, sell it all. Richard saying, unless Trump says something.
Yep.
If you notice the pattern with Trump's tweeting and stuff, it usually is towards the weekend. So it's not likely that something's going to be said on Thursday or Friday. It's going to be Friday after hours or Saturday or even going into Monday, because he wants to give some time for the news to just kind of pass and nobody notice, put their heads in the sand and say, oh, I didn't hear anything. That's just my thought.
It's almost just like a news cycle too, right? News cycle has an expiration date. And then if it's released at night or on the weekend, then it could be just, you know, swept under the rug come the next time the market's open.
Yeah, I would even say, look at when he tweeted or when it was announced that he fired Lisa Cook, the Fed governor. It was like at 8 o'clock, right when the after hours trading had finished. So no one could really trade unless you have overnight trading. But But again, and then by the morning time, the markets were only down slightly, and then we went green yesterday. So it's just, he's basically figured it out, at least for now, of when to release news that may shock the markets or frighten the markets. He gives the most time possible before the next day opens. And and again, that's not random. That's absolutely done on purpose.
Yep. That is an interesting strategy. So far, it's working out pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Muhammad also saying PCE on Friday. Isn't that curious? They snuck PCE in there too. 8:30 in the morning on Friday.
Yeah, I think it's usually the Friday before the end of the month. So I think that's somewhat normal. And then the jobs data is the next Friday usually.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, be interesting to see what it is and how it affects the market.
Going into Labor Day.
Even if it's bad news, I mean, do we really believe that on a Friday before a 3-day weekend, the markets are going to sell that much? I don't really think that.
Yeah. You might have stepped away for a second. I was kind of even saying that. I was just like the odds and the probabilities, it's just not there for a sell-off unless we get some big company that has a complete big miss on earnings like Nvidia, or we have something geopolitical. Like it's likely going to be delayed until after Labor Day. For any sort of sell-off. We have Richard. I see your post there about TradingView. Looks like you asked about Trading Desk, but real-time market data. Yeah, you know what I would recommend? TradingView's got Black Friday sales. That's when I load up on my subscription. So
I think there's even a TradingView sale this weekend for 70% off.
Whoa.
So yeah, they do them on these kind of holiday weekends.
Well, wham! Perfect timing there for you, Richard.
Yeah, and I think if you go into your email, it's even 80% off. It'll show you on your TradingView platform that it's 70% off, but they'll also send you an email for 80% off.
I've got a premium subscription, so I can't really tell you if it's not worth it or not. This is just how I use it. So there's all sorts of extra bells and whistles to it too. I'm uncertain. They'll be able to explain it more to you, but I know I usually wait for the holiday sales to load up my subscriptions.
Yeah, I have a feeling that 90% of all their sales occur between like a 3-day period every year.
They do give 13 months, so hopefully you're not going to renew your subscription before that time frame. I guess that's their thought.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is like if you forget to take advantage because your thing's not up, then you miss the sale because they gave you an extra month. So it's not like Black Friday every year. They try to sneak that in, but at least for me, I'm very aware, and I'm like, all right, it's Black Friday again. Let me get my next year and just add it on.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like part of the year, like paying taxes. It's that time of year again. You got to pay TradingView.
Oh, here's a question for you, Gareth. Do you think that MDB will break 295? 295. What do you say? Do you think MDB will break 29.56? I think you mean
295.56. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean,
these are always interesting questions.
My level's 300, so I mean that's the first area of big resistance for me. So I don't think it will get. It doesn't appear like it'll get there today, just based on how it's kind of slowing down, and it's still another $10 away. But it could touch it tomorrow. It's possible, and keep it on our potential short list if it hits it tomorrow. By the way, in KDB, guys, notice again, where did we just top out in this recent push up? Right at that 29.55 area, where yesterday it was good resistance, and we hammered on that so many times yesterday and couldn't break through. And then today, boom, right back to that level. Now, if we can get through that into the end of the day, that should open it up to that $30 pierce tomorrow, which would be the head and shoulders target.
Yeah, Constantine saying TradingView, you cannot see live market data without a premium subscription. Yeah. So I definitely recommend that route. I mean, this is the profession that we're in, right? So I'm going to utilize this machine, this software, well, I want to have most all the bells and whistles. Now you don't need all of them, because there's so many markets that they give you option or availability to on TradingView. Just the ones that you're wanting to trade.
Yeah, I just get the premium, whatever that middle premium one is, and then I do add on futures data just because I like to be able to track the S&P futures in the overnight and just kind of see it very simply. But that's only like $7 a month for those extra data feeds for the futures.
Yeah, without the premium subscription, it's like a chef going to Costco to buy a set of knives. You're really setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah. Hey, Costco has some good knives.
Yeah, but if you're a chef and you're having to use them every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
You'll probably be back at Costco in a month and a half buying new knives again.
That are having to resharpen them all the time. And
Yep.
I mean, you got to do that anyways, but you want some quality chef knives.
Yeah. It's something to say about not cutting corners, especially in stuff you use every day.
Yep.
Wayne here saying, well worth the money regarding the TradingView. He says, now is the time to sign up with the discount. Yeah. Now, you could do this a couple different ways. If you're a beginner trader and, you're learning a whole bunch of stuff regarding charting and the stuff that we're displaying on the screens, and let's just say you don't have the capital to do something like that. Well, then you could wait till another holiday till you want to do it, and then follow us and what we're doing on these screens. But you will certainly get to be a better trader once you do have TradingView, or at least this charting capability. This software has made me a better trader. And so you're only delaying the eventual rise of your skills by not getting it. But I understand everybody's in a different process or different area on the process.
You guys see anything to trade?
I had ALB, but then that just kind of faltered out, and it looks like it's going to be kind of that quiet afternoon. We am seeing the stocks that are into levels.
I'm just watching stocks chop in a 2-cent range, and I'm just not gonna trade it, guys. I know I said I was gonna get in at 665, but it's been trading 668 to 666 like for the past in a 2-cent range, in a 3-cent range for the past. Look at that. I can't trade that. Sorry, guys.
Well, the positive is if you can make it through the rest of the day, after hours and tomorrow, we probably will get a bigger move on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I
one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, my stocks trade is off the table. I'm done. Not interested.
Lazy.
It hit my level while I was in my AMA show, but I couldn't give it there. But yeah, I'm not interested in this thing. I don't know who wants to trade Nvidia. Anyone?
No.
Maybe in earnings trader after the bell.
No, right now I think it's fine. We just hold it into earnings. You just flip a coin.
That's never been a problem for us before.
Mm-mm.
I'd say the only route that would work is if I've got a meeting during the earnings calls. Then yes, I totally
it
would
could be. Wow, this Li Auto just keeps getting wrecked.
Wow.
Guess nobody's buying Jeeps.
Jeeps? Li Auto made Jeeps?
No, that's not Jeep. That's Stellantis.
Oh no! Sorry, that's Stellantis.
Li Auto's, I think, an electric Chinese.
It's like Chinese company.
Right. Yeah.
Stellantis
Speaking of Stellantis, how is that chart looking?
It's all right. It's not.
It's kind of been in just a range, yeah.
Do you see Cracker Barrel? Their stock shot up because they decided to reverse the decision on their new rebranding, their new logo.
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder about people. I mean,
it united all of America, didn't you hear?
I mean, it
certainly Democrats and Republicans both call for Cracker
didn't
Barrel
unite
not
me,
to change
man.
it.
I mean, talk about things that should not affect you one way or the other in life, and then so many people care. Apparently, like really.
Great point.
I mean,
Great point.
all right. When was the last time you went to Cracker Barrel, Gareth?
I don't know. It's probably been a few years, but I've been there like twice in my life, I think. But but I guess the point again is like who cares what their logo is? They could be I don't know,
It could be anything. You're right.
the eagle.
It doesn't.
Yeah, like and it's not going to affect my life one way or
Not
the
the
other.
same.
And honestly, I'll
Not
still
the
go
same.
there if I want to go there, and I won't go there if I don't want to go there. Like
You
Right.
guys don't understand. You guys
I
don't
know. We don't.
I mean, the thing is here. This is like a marketing person's dream. You want to have everybody talking about your
Oh
product,
my
right?
God, that talk about absolutely.
Like coming from a
Okay,
background in sales,
but
hearing
it's
this, I'm
just
like,
a-
gosh,
it's just an
right?
ugly. The new logo is just so ugly.
But I guess my point is like, why does anyone even care? Like, does that mean their food's ugly? Maybe. I don't know.
Their food's not fantastic. I mean, it's not
No,
terrible,
but I mean,
but
for the
it's not.
for the price, it's probably what you'd expect, right?
You can
Yeah, it's
have
definitely-
chicken
it's solid.
fried anything. Okay.
it's solid. It's not
You
bad.
can literally have chicken fried anything. What
How many
more
times
could
have you eaten
need?
that, Laden?
Chicken, dude. Okay, chicken fried steak. I think about it now; it's disgusting. But when I was in the Boy Scouts, that was amazing, dude. It was the best. And then
Yes.
I remember going there because even though I'm from Florida, it's not really the South, right? But I've had like an okay amount of Southern food. But when I saw it, I was like, they got dumplings? Like what? So my brain, I was like, oh, they got dumplings. But they just didn't put the G in there, so it's dumplings. So I was like, oh, it's just gonna taste like regular dumplings that I have at home. This is when I was a kid, of course. I had it, and they were nothing like that. They're nothing like regular dumplings.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They got the biscuits. They got the
See, now you're speaking North Carolina language, G.
fried
I-
chicken. Yeah.
Mm.
I
I'm weird. I
love-
don't like I don't like biscuits.
Are
Oh
you?
man, a good
You're
soft
you're
biscuit.
insane.
Shame.
You're
Yeah, it's a
insane.
shame.
No biscuits and gravy. I don't like it. Don't like it at all.
So good and
What
easy
is
to
wrong
make.
with you?
But like literally though, like this is the greatest opportunity for Cracker Barrel to
It
make a
was.
ton of
Yes.
money. It was, but then they backtracked like as far as oops, this guy made a mistake. They could have spun that like so many different ways, saying, you know what, we love listening to our customers, and you're right, we want to add this back, or whatever they could have done instead of admitting they made a mistake. They
Or
could've- they
actually,
could've-
you know what would have been cool for them to do is to be like, okay, you guys don't like our new design logo. We are going to make a contest for
Mhm.
anyone can design a logo, and if you design it and we pick it, you get Cracker Barrel free for life. Like, what would that really cost them in the long run? But it would be like the best PR in the world.
Yeah, while everybody's already focused on it, right? Like, and plus, oh, gosh, I don't know. They just fumbled this one. So
And they're
many
like
ways.
it's like a $16 billion company, so it's not like it's small. You know, they've got to have great marketers, or you'd think so. But
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Well,
Bud Light, you know.
free
That's all
advice
I
from
gotta
us
say.
right here if they want to listen. We won't even ask for free Cracker Barrel for life, but let's give Ben free biscuits for life.
They'll just sit there and get hard.
They'll throw them at us, and then it'll be weapons. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, what don't you like about biscuits though?
Is it
They're
the-
dry and it's just
Oh,
flour. I mean,
what-
it's
what
just
biscuits
it's
have
all
you been eating?
flour. No, they're just not good.
What are you talking about? So do you like bread?
I love bread.
Do you like the free bread at
toast.
restaurants when they bring bread at the restaurants? Do you eat that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't
So
explain
you
it.
don't like buttermilk biscuits?
No.
I
Nope.
mean, a good biscuit like is soft in the inside. I feel like, right, with a little butter in there and
Oh yeah,
flakes off a little bit. Yeah,
or country ham in there, or bacon, egg, and cheese in there,
Or you fried chicken? Have some
fried chicken in there,
and honey, spicy
No.
honey and fried chicken on a biscuit. Are
and
you
a
kidding me?
spicy like battered chicken.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
sick.
don't
Amazing.
like it. I
Yeah,
man,
don't.
I'm
I don't like it.
honestly getting pretty hungry right here. So
I know.
I don't like. I don't know what it is,
I don't know
man.
if you guys noticed, but
It's
I've
bow tie.
transported myself literally to Cracker Barrel.
that's so
Literally
awesome.
in Cracker Barrel right now. Literally.
Can you bring
See, I
some
got
food
it.
back for
I
us?
have Margaret over there. She's eating some Cracker
Yeah,
Barrel.
Lawrence. Exactly. Just a heavy block of carbs that sits in your stomach for 2 days.
Dude, okay. No matter if I ever become
Can't be
healthy,
worse than-
guys. If I ever become healthy, just kill me. Kill me.
You know,
I refuse. I'm sorry. I'm not. Listen.
I don't. I also don't like bacon gravy. There, I said it. I don't like
Sausage
bacon
gravy? Do you like sausage gravy?
I like sausage gravy. I don't like bacon gravy. I won't eat it. I'll leave it alone. Won't even. Nope. Don't even care. Yeah. Has to be sausage gravy or else I won't eat it.
Oh my god.
All right, here's a question for you guys. If you had to choose one fast food restaurant to eat at today, what would it be? And it's your last fast food meal of your life. Which place would you go? And it has to be
In-N-Out
fast food, not
Burger.
like casual. In-N-Out.
In-N-Out Burger. Yeah.
Ben, Taco Bell, Ben? What do you think?
No, I would go Five Guys.
Five Guys. All right.
Of
Lawton?
course you would like Five Guys. I don't know, Shake Shack probably.
Oh,
Shake
I haven't been to a
Shack
Shake Shack, but it
or
looked pretty good.
Chick-fil-A.
It's got to be
Chick-fil-A, Shake
drive-through,
Shack.
right? I mean, Shake Shack, that's like Chipotle. Well, I guess Chipotle does. No, they don't have drive-throughs, do they?
I don't know. Shake Shack is like a little fancy, so maybe Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is pretty good. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's all right.
I like
Or
their
Burger is pretty good too.
fries. Yeah.
Or Checkers. Checkers fries is the best. I don't know. Like something about being like under the influence of some alcohol at 3 a.m. in the morning, pulling up to a drive-through. Obviously not driving because
Dude,
we
that's
don't drink
Taco
and
Bell all
drive.
the way. If I'm drunk at 3 in the morning.
Asian Jewel seafood restaurant.
Taco
Richard
Bell, yeah.
Sills. Yeah, or any of the garbage Asian places in the food court. Yep.
Nice.
Do we have a Raising Cane's in Florida? Yeah, we have one literally like a couple miles from here. Like right down the road from us. And everyone always says Raising Cane's sauce is the best sauce ever, but I taste it and it just tastes like ketchup and mustard mixed together.
Huh. Yeah, I've still never tried it.
You never had Raising Cane's?
No.
My son's not impressed with it at all. He's like, "This is it. This is it."
PDQ? PDQ is pretty good.
What's PDQ?
It's chicken tenders.
I just
There's
never been a fan.
also something called, I'm gonna bring it for you guys one day. It's called Jollibee. It's Jollibee's Filipino fried chicken, and it is like the most succulent, juicy fried chicken you've ever had in your life. It's the best, and it's not far from here. I'm gonna get it for you one day.
I'll try it. I'm down.
It's just fried chicken.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah. All right. I mean, not many people in this world don't like fried chicken. Alexander's, right? Like how many I mean, if you don't like fried chicken, you're probably a vegetarian. You know, it's just Alexander's asking about UI and a swing short near 560. Yeah, I could see you wanting to do that. Kind of outline some areas of support for you to watch and resistance. You notice here the resistance up here on that trend line. That's where price could go. 584. Just be prepared for that. That's a longer term trend line. But yeah, I like that. That definitely looks pretty good. And then one other question real quick. We had a question about triple D 3D systems. What's cool about this, you've got a breakout that's occurring on the chart. This is a near-term breakout. It didn't string this trend line out with any of these other pivots. This is a near-term breakout, no doubt about it. So how to play this breakout, you can see this is where it's running into resistance, and then this is going to be resistance too, 273. So watch for price to do a couple things. You want to see it actually kind of come up here and tag this 273 first, potentially even close up here tomorrow, push a little bit higher, and then be sitting back waiting for these pivots to buy it. 241, 219, anywhere along this declining trend line. But that's a good breakout right there on 3D systems.
Deep, I do like Kubota. Is that how you say it? Qdoba? Sorry, just reading that. My bad. Just realized you were analyzing a chart, and I'm just reading the comments over here.
It's all good. I was done. I was about to say back to biscuits. You know, as long as we, and see, Gareth already left. Obviously, we just forced him to go get some biscuits.
Yeah.
Bojangles, so good for him. Get that brown gold, and also some biscuits. Brown gold. You probably don't know much about that, do you, Ben? Being from Oregon.
Brown gold.
Yes. See, you don't. Even saying it like that, man. I gotta make you more southerner over here, Ben. Take you up there, get some sweet tea. That's that brown gold.
Oh, see, I don't do sweet teas. I don't do tea. Tea's just it's not my thing. Biscuits
Chris,
and tea. Yeah, no, I'm good.
I when I went to North Carolina, I had some amazing cat head biscuits. Some of the best.
Some what? Head biscuits?
Cat head. Do you know
What?
what a cat head biscuit is? It's the biscuit that's massive, the size of a cat's head, and shaped like a cat's head. That's why it's called that. It's in Asheville, so it's a little, yeah. It's in
No, so it was like
Asheville.
It's a little what, Lawton?
I would
You
say
You know what
a
I
little,
mean?
little nicer, a little smoozy. Or
Yeah.
Asheville's a place where basically no one from North Carolina lives.
Yeah. Jason
It
says, "Have
reminded
you?"
me of Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. That's what I was trying to find the word. I was trying to find the word. Jason says, "Have you had Portillo's? They have one in Tampa and Chicago because of all the Chicago transplant best Italian beefs. I've had Portillo's a lot. There's actually 2 locations in Tampa and 1 in St. Pete. So 3 in the Tampa Bay area.
Is that how you pronounce that, Portillo's?
How are you gonna pronounce it? How else would you pronounce it?
I don't. Is it Spanish
No,
origin? No. Okay.
no, it's just
Well,
like
then,
they're
all
like
right.
they're known for hot dogs and
That's
roast
what I'm
beef.
asking. I'm just clarifying.
Portillos. No, it's
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for
Portillo's. Chris says, quick question for Lawton. What areas would you recommend for families if moving to Florida, taking into consideration school network safety, etc.? Thanks a lot. For me, you're going to ask me about the best places for families to move to Florida? Dude, this is the wrong person to ask. But I'm going to answer your question because you asked me specifically. Florida is a very large state, one of the largest states, so it's absolutely massive. You just look up the high school ratings, but if you're in the Tampa Bay area, the best high school in Tampa, public school, is a school called Planton High School, I think, and it's basically as good as a private school, but it's a public school just because the amount of money they get pumped in there. So if you move here, like there are people that buy houses just to send their kids there. My ex-girlfriend, like she changed her residency to like her grandma's house because it was districted for that school. But I did grow up here. Yep, I grew up in Miami, but I would not recommend moving to Miami. Even though I grew up there, my family still lives there. I will never move back. Anyways,
Really good food down there. Really good
they
food.
have
and
great food, but like I don't know, there's something soul crushing about Miami. Like every time I go back to Miami, it's like I can say this because I grew up there. It's like a competition to see who has more, right? Like everyone is trying to, when you meet people, they're just trying to see what you can offer them. It's all about clout and yeah, showing off and stuff. And I hate that.
Superficial.
Yeah, it disturbs me to my core.
I mean, there's Ferraris. You go to South Beach, there's Ferraris all over the place.
But the problem is they're all rentals, right? Everyone's renting these Ferraris just to look cool, post some pictures on Instagram, right, for like $1,000 a day or whatever.
Like, how do you afford $1,000 a day rental?
Dude, if you're there for a weekend, you just spend $3,000 on just to drive a Ferrari to feel like you're cool, and then you pay like $200 for Airbnb. You spend more on the car than the Airbnb. I mean, you're not they're not the same thing in Vegas. They do the same thing in Vegas, right? They have exotic car rentals for like
true.
just for the weekends, whatever. Just take pictures, look cool. Everyone thinks you're a big shot.
But I mean, there in Vegas, at least you can race them around a track. Like that's what my buddy's done several times. Like they go out, I think, with their NASCAR track that they've got out there outside the city limits of Vegas, and they've got those supercars to rent that you can just race them. Like that would be fun.
There's 2 things. There's a racetrack in Homestead, right? There's Homestead near Miami. It's a little bit out of the ways. I've been there a couple of times for a couple of racing events, but then I don't know if you've ever driven in Miami, but the entire city of Miami is a racetrack. So
95 is a racetrack.
Yeah, I-95 is a racetrack. It is.
Yes, that is the craziest. I've driven all over this country. That is
It's the worst.
craziest
It's the worst
highway.
It's the worst drivers in the world.
Yes.
It is like I hate driving there.
Well, you've got 6 lanes like on each side basically in some parts, and like you don't know what lane to be in because it doesn't matter what lane, people will go 140 or 130. And like, so you're just
100%.
seeing them come up behind you. You're like, where do I go? Because this guy's about to blow past me and I don't want to get in front of them. And it doesn't matter what lane, right lane, middle lane, left lane, doesn't matter. There's 130, 140. You're just like, what is going on here? Like, it's insane, absolutely insane. Call it the gauntlet down there. Looks like you're lucky if you get through.
Mohammed says many people are moving out. Michael says lots of athletes come from Plant. Yeah, there's so I used to teach.
Is that by Plant City?
No, Plant High
okay.
School is in South Tampa.
Yeah, it's off Dale Mabry. Aren't they like the Plant
Panthers?
Panthers, yeah.
I used to teach a youth group Bible study out of there, and I teach a lot of their students. So a couple of the students that I used to teach, they went on to play D1 football. Like one of them was a quarterback at Nebraska, and then there's some good players coming out of Plant in Florida, and even St. Pete too. Like my girlfriend went to school and is even friends with this guy, wide receiver. He was on the Chiefs. I don't know what team he's on now, but he has a couple Super Bowls. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, MVS. I don't know what team he signed with this offseason, but they're like classes together. It's crazy.
You know, and growing up in North Carolina, I was always envious of the kids growing up in Florida because of that fact. Like there were so many athletes coming out of Florida. You know, you could train outside nearly all year round, and really can. And in North Carolina, we just couldn't. Right? There were certain sports where you have to shut it down certain times of the year, and here in Florida, you don't have to. Man, look at the spiders and the Qs push up, make brand new all-time highs. Jeez, this is remarkable.
Yeah, this is where I start to wonder if news is leaking out about the Nvidia earnings. You know, this time of day, you got about 2 hours left in the day. If it's going to get leaked out, it could be here. So we'll see.
Yep. Totally agreed. Look at the volume starting to uptick on the spiders.
Mm-hmm. And we gotta be included on the who's who apparently to get these heads up.
That's the next step, guys. That's our goal, and the next step will be coming to you soon from VI.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. SMH pushing up high nicely. Nvidia pushing up too. Negating this 10-minute topping tail that was here on the charts earlier today. Let's see in the daily here on the screen. Wow. So big thing for Nvidia would be to get any sort of price action close above this red candle that we were talking about earlier. So high there is 182.50. We're just 9 cents away, 10 cents away at the moment.
Looks like we've got people moving in Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. It's the Matrix. It's the glitch.
It's the glitch in the Matrix.
It's their old marketing manager. Oh man, what a tough scenario. There's a couple of those this year now. If you think about it, what that one CEO at the Coldplay concert, it's just a bad decision.
Oh yeah.
Like they both could have just jumped up and down and waved and no one would have said anything.
That's true.
And then here with this, they could have just been like, haha, test. Like you said, all right. Wanted to make sure that you guys were paying attention. All right, now we're having a competition.
Yep.
So come up with the best redesigned logo. Something, anything, but then the way they responded. Jeez.
Let's see. Keith says, Blotton pickleball question. Hi, I have a 50-foot by 30-foot indoor hardwood court. Is it possible to play a pickleball court on that size, or is it just not worth it? Let me tell you.
LMGTFU.
What?
Let me Google that for you.
Well, no, it's not just about that. There's the regular court is 44 feet by 20 feet wide, but you want some space on the outside. So if you're talking about your length, you have about 3 feet on each side. That's enough on the lengthwise. On the width, you have 30 foot. Yeah, that's more than enough to play pickleball. You just put on some lines if you have a hard court, and you're good. I mean, that's more than enough. My pickleball court, I don't even remember my dimensions anymore.
Cody's saying you don't think when you're panicking. You're right. I guess that could be the case for that CEO, but man, Cracker Barrel's had days to digest this stuff.
Mm. No problem. Keith Michael says, Lawton, go act like you're taking orders at your tables at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, you're sitting on the old woman now.
Yeah.
I ran into one of my coworkers.
He's looking for some biscuits.
It does look like you're taking orders.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Oh, that's fantastic.
How can I
man.
help you, Esmeralda?
Esmeralda.
Do you happen to play
You better-
pickleball?
You better tip, because I will smash the pickleball court at you. Pickleball at you if you don't.
No, I was just gonna ask her to play.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Keith says it takes days to digest Cracker Barrel. Now for me, it takes about 20 minutes. Philip saying, "Hey lads, loving my week trial here. Happy to have you. Learning a lot. As a beginner trader looking to learn, would you recommend first getting into swing trading, for example, smart money stocks, or would you recommend the Apex Trading Room access? Cheers." Depends on a lot of things, like how much
Yeah.
time you have, the size of your account, what you're really looking for. Like smart money stocks is great because you don't have to be on the computer all the time. You could just get the alert on your phone, do it. All right. There's like passive income, but this is definitely a lot more involved.
But I would say you'll learn 100 times more in the trading room because we're literally analyzing charts constantly all day long. So for education, I think the trading room is amazing. But again, it's a matter of, do you have that time, right?
And I don't know if it's passive income. What it is you still have to push the buttons. You have to still have to take the trades. And
More passive than
you don't have to be as active. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Just don't want people getting the idea that, hey, just put my money in VI and I don't have to do anything and I, make money. No, like still have to do stuff.
Yep. Richard says, Lawton, if you're a real man, you'd play me a racquetball so I can drill you in the back of the thigh with a 100-mile-per-hour ball. How are you drilling me in the back of the thigh? I'll play you in racquetball. I'll play you in squash ball. I'll play you with any type of balls. I'm ready, Richard. Say the place. I'll be there. Need time and place. I'll be there.
These be fighting words now.
I'd love to play racquetball as well.
KDP kind of trying to push up again. Get past 30 by the end of the day. How about that? Thomas Lab says, cheers, greetings, gents from Croatia. You guys are awesome. Each of you have a different style, but I feel I can connect with each of you. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Awesome.
Great stuff, Tomislav. Thanks for being part of this with us.
John says racquetballs for insane people. I don't even know what is that squash? Is it the same thing?
No.
It's it's in a closed room, so you have walls, and yeah, it's gonna get pretty intense, man, because there's two people in that enclosed space, and you have to get the ball and hit it after the last person back and forth right off the wall, and
can be up to 4. You can play doubles.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a small
What the heck?
thing to do.
What if you like run into each other?
Well, that's part of the
Part
deal.
of the game.
It's part of the game. Yeah.
Part of the deal.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
father-in-law is really good at that. It's amazing. He still keeps it up too. He plays in competitions down here, just down the street.
Wow.
I mean, that was huge back in the 80s. Almost everybody
Oh
was
yeah,
playing that.
huge.
I remember that in bowling that my parents were involved in, like in bowling leagues and stuff like that. But what was great back then, they actually had a room at the bowling alley they could drop the kids off, so that they go do their whatever competition they have with their team. And then I just have a kid room, and there was somebody watching the kid room. And then the kids get signed in and out. It was, I mean,
That's when smoking was still allowed.
Oh yeah. Oh man, they were smoking like chimneys in there in the bowling alley, dude. It
Yeah.
was great.
It was
That
great.
great.
It
Oh
was
man.
great.
Oh, I
Like
can't. I
Southern North
can't
Carolina.
imagine you could
Love it.
smoke in. You used to be able to smoke in airplanes too, right?
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
had the
See, that's like
ashtrays right there.
unfathomable to
But
me.
there was a smoking and a non-smoking section, so that's fine.
I can't. My brain can't even comprehend that.
I mean, now it would be so disgusting, but you're right. It was one side of the restaurant was
Yeah.
smoking, the other was not. Oh, funny.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like it's just hard to wrap your head around the fact that that actually existed.
Well, he's still on like in casinos on cruise ships. When I go on cruises, sometimes I'll play at a table, and yeah, the person right next to me is smoking, and it's a little, if you're not used to it, it's a little rough because it's like right there.
Yeah, especially
then-
blackjack. You can't
yeah.
move.
No,
Like,
I mean you could change tables, but sometimes it's like there's only like one or two of the higher tables that I usually play at, but I guess the whole idea is that if you have one vice, you have a lot of vices. If you're a gambler and that's one
You're a
vice,
smoker
you probably be a smoker too.
and a
I mean,
drinker.
And a
then do all
drinker,
three at
that's
the
right.
same time. Yeah.
That's right.
like
The
like
trifecta.
when I was playing blackjack, there was a woman next to me smoking, and like I don't mind like people smoking. Like my friends smoke. I just don't smoke. But I remember leaving the casino and then felt like my nose and the back of my throat was burned.
Mhm.
From the smoke.
Well, you can feel like your skin and your pores like get kind of like caked on, and your clothes are just like you smell your clothes after. It's quite something.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's the worst.
The clothes, the hair, like you
Yeah.
can't get it out.
Like
It's
you gotta
just
shower.
disgusting. Yeah. Jackie saying I was one of those bowling kids. Hey, awesome, Jackie. It was a lot of fun in there. I remember we even had the toy bowling pins and everything, pretending to be mom and dad.
Yeah. That's right.
Do you guys smoke or not smoke? Bowl? Sorry.
I bowl just not amazingly well, but it's
I
fun.
mean, what's your definition of do I bowl?
I mean,
Like,
do you?
I know how to
consistently-
do it. I can bowl over 100 most games.
Can you bowl over 150
I have. I used to.
consistently?
I don't know. It's been a while. Probably over 150, but not much higher. I think 160, 165
Well, that's good. Man.
is.
Dude,
I'm in the
my
120.
goal is
120
for
is like
one.
a decent game for me.
Dude, 100 is a decent game for me. I'm just trying to see triple digits.
Fun fact, Chris Paul, he went to my high school, and Chris Paul, NBA.
He's a great
superstar,
bowler. He's a great bowler.
huge bowler. Yes. Yeah. He's really good. That's one of his big hobbies. Kind of like, I guess you look at Steph Curry. Steph Curry's hobbies, golf. Chris Paul's is in bowling. But I think I want to say they did some, bowling fundraisers back in my hometown where he's from. But pretty cool. Yeah,
Right,
I've not touched the 300 level on bowling, but I've had many games in 200.
Isn't that a perfect game? Is 300 is like perfect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I've had
Well,
about
Drew,
like
you seem like a bowler.
smoking, drinking.
No,
Well, I
not
stopped
smoking,
smoking.
drinking. Just
Yeah. Yeah. Well, last time I bowled was about 2 years ago. Oh, look at that. 227 for Michael. High game was 227 back in 07. Nice.
nice.
Good.
Yeah, I've had a few in the 200s. I'd say if you were to go out there now, I'd be happy to bowl a 150.
Drew, if you got out on the golf course, would you be under par?
No,
after
no,
18?
no,
No.
no.
We'll find out on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna go. Awesome.
Yeah, booked a tee time over at Innisbrook, and that used to be my old stomping grounds in there. I knew the director of golf out there. He's a great
Is Lawton
guy.
going?
I believe so.
Cool. Lawton. All right. Sorry to interrupt you.
I just got to ask my brother. I keep forgetting to ask my brother. But yeah, probably.
You can't go unless your brother says you can go.
He's asking him if he wants to go. With
Oh,
us.
okay. I was
Yeah,
a little
my
confused
brother,
there
yeah.
for a second. Like,
Yeah, he's
okay.
taking your slot.
Yeah. Well, I was
Yep.
gonna say, Lawton, can you do us a favor? All here, I'm sure would appreciate this. Get a few videos of the guys, and then you could play them next week for us in the trading room when it's slow in the afternoons?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
I'm out. I'm sick that day.
Oh man.
Yeah, Brenda, we have Wednesday afternoon live day trading room is streamed on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yep. Just the afternoon session on Wednesdays. John asking what's my handicap. You know what? It's not going to be accurate now. I'd say it's around a 7. My buddy yesterday, it's funny, you know, he doesn't know. My buddy that I've talked to you about, Gareth, is I've partnered with investing. He sent me a text yesterday. He shot 69 at a course called Whitetail out in Idaho, and that would be, you know, 3 under par. So I'm like, dude, like that's just incredible, man. I haven't shot under par in years.
I can't even do a scramble and get 3 under par.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 is really good.
What, 7?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm like a 47. It's fine though. I can hit the ball far. I just don't know where it's going. That's the issue. I'm like, it's going that way. I don't, wherever it goes.
Okay. Drew, question for
Yeah.
you. How much of a handicap would you need to win the Masters?
It's going to be plus like 5 or plus 3. A handicap basically, it's just because I may say I'm 7, it can go all the way down to what would be scratch 0, right? But then it can go the other end and go plus. And most pros don't have handicaps, but they're roughly, you got to think that they're plus something, like they're averaging under par. So in essence, the handicap it's a complicated, and I don't know why they did it because there's course ratings and they're different courses all throughout the country and world. So they're trying to at least get some standard to measure, you know, how good you are so that anybody can play around with anyone, and then we can exchange strokes and it'll be fair.
Well, how many strokes, free strokes would you need to win the Masters, do you think?
For me?
Right now, you.
Gosh,
Right now.
yeah, you give me like
20?
15 to 20 a round. You know, like 15 to 20 a round, and I'll be comfortably winning. The thing about the Masters, like I can't practice on greens that are that fast. So I'm going to be 3 and 4 putting a lot of those greens. And 2, I've watched it enough so I have an idea where to hit the ball, but that's not to say the ball is going to go there. And the margin of error there at the Masters is so small on some of those greens. They basically, when you're hitting into those greens, they're in like quadrants or and separated into 3 sections. And so it shrinks the green down even smaller. And if you don't hit in one of those sections, either the ball's going off the green or you're likely going to 3 or 4 putt. So it's the level of precision that's needed there is elevated, especially around the greens. Now, off the tee, it doesn't matter because there's basically no rough. You just don't want to be behind a tree. But then once you're going into the green, that's where the amazing pros really have a leg up against the amateurs, and they still get made to look like fools around those greens. So
Is that like your like holy grail course you want to play at, or is it like Pebble Beach or what?
Well, probably Augusta. Yeah, probably Augusta. I've never played there. I played Pebble. Pebble was a lot of fun. Played there after Graham McDowell won in 2010, the day after the U.S. Open. That year too, Dustin Johnson was in contention. That was before Dustin obviously won his U.S. Open at Oakmont, and then that was before him and Paulina too, and so he was kind of just more of an up and comer.
You're throwing all around all these names, and I have no idea who you're talking about.
Paulina Gretzky, the great one's daughter.
Nothing.
Wayne Gretzky.
Oh yeah,
the great one.
Yeah,
his daughter. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, just Google it. You'll probably remember.
I know who Wayne Gretzky is. I just don't know his daughter.
No, that's what I was saying. Just Google her, and you'll probably remember her then. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve said a regular person would need at least 100 free strokes to compete. Yeah, and I'm almost getting there. Yeah, 20 strokes a round or so. Ron saying I once played a pro course and the greens are like putting on a smooth, hard floor. It really rolls. Yeah, and you know what's neat is that some private courses actually keep their greens that well maintained. So you can find some courses and practice on stuff like that. I remember when I was at Innisbrook and we had the Valspar there. There was one year our superintendent got the greens to 13 to 14 on the stimp. Now these things were like they were turning brown by Saturday and dying out because they just have to mow them and roll them so much that turf is in essence going to die unless you let it grow out. But yeah, they were so fast. And you're putting downhill on a 14, you can just look at the ball and it just rolls away.
They make it look so easy.
Right. Yeah, playing in Scotland and England is a lot more fun on their greens. They're slower. You can really, it doesn't mean that they're easier. It's just a different style of play. And they have to be slower because it's so windy, right? The ball actually can be blown off the green if they're, rolling at 13 or 14 on the stump.
Kevin, I like your analysis. It's good. Thomas Love says, too bad there's no handicap in trading.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
There is if you have insider information, I guess.
Ooh.
It's like bumpers, right? Like bumpers on bowling.
Trading with bumpers. I like that.
Wow, MongoDB just keeps grinding higher.
Wow. Yeah, I see that. Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm surprised none of us traded that.
This afternoon?
Yeah, like again. But I'm not touching it. Not that I want to touch it.
The volatility, man.
Not that I want to touch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think that 300 is the level, but the question is at what time of day does that hit? Is it worth the risk at that point if it's just floating?
And if you guys check out the chart on ALB, I did not get into this, and it's a good thing I didn't, because look, it's doing nothing, guys. Is this me here? Yep, ALB. Yep. Look at here on the 10-minute. Yeah, we still have a 10-minute topping tail, but it's just doing nothing. So it was interesting, that little nuance that I was looking at on the 1-minute chart with the head and shoulders, and price broke and then started coming back, and I was just like, you know what? With as tight as everything is too, I just am not even going to bother with it, because we needed more volatility, and that ended up being the right choice for at least now. Muhammad asking, are those 10-minute bars on TradingView? Yeah, on this screen that you're seeing now, yes. You can see the 10 right there too. It's kind of hard to see behind those, the candles.
You can just look at the top left. It says 10-minute there.
Yep, right there.
No, on the top left. Right
And there too.
Up above you, above where you just were.
Oh, that one too.
Yeah,
Yep. That's another one. There, here. So one day switched over here, day. Yeah, it is. You're right, Muhammad. Yep, a little hard to see. Yeah, but incredible push, man, the spiders. So that's just making me believe, that Nvidia is going to rock up, but we'll see.
I think it's going to pop and drop.
I think it's a drop and pop.
Drop and pop?
Yeah. Yeah, JP, American Eagle Outfitters is still pushing today. Yeah. Things been resilient. Actually, from the open, even when ANF was down on the day, American Eagle Outfitter just kept pushing. There's not a lot of volatility in that thing right now, which is the unfortunate part.
curious if we do the same thing. Like, so we've been talking about this, right, Gareth? We saw this other day about maybe Nvidia pops up like Microsoft, and you see Microsoft hit the 550 level and then sold off in. Well, Nvidia has got that $200 level not too far away as far as a psychological push.
Mhm.
So we gap up through that, then we have these trend lines, much like on Microsoft. Oops. Now we gapped up over the trend lines, and then we're coming back in.
Yeah, I have this trend line here, which would be the retrace, kind of caps the upside to only about 190, which would be about $8 higher. But again, great trend line since the April lows broke. And so again, you might get some resistance around 190 or so. But like you said, I mean, for all we know, it gaps above, but then fades tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wonder at what price. I think around 190, maybe 195, it hits that 4.5 trillion, maybe, yeah, valuation. I think Nvidia is almost equal to the Nikkei 225 in terms of valuation now, and it's 1.5 trillion more than the whole Russell 2000. Pretty insane.
Then the whole Russell 2000.
Yeah, 1.5 trillion more even. Yeah.
That just doesn't. That's hard to comprehend.
It is.
No IWM.
Yeah, IWM still looks good to me. I still think it's going higher.
Yeah, there's just, as of today, there's not a lot of volume. I mean, movement in it. So, trying to short something like that.
Yeah, I agree. There's no short there, but over the next few days, yeah, maybe a little higher. I wonder if Nvidia went down, if the Russell would go up. Would there be a rotation of capital out of some of these AI plays that would then find smaller companies to go into? Yeah, just speculating, but interesting to think about.
I was kind of thinking the same thing since IWM is not at the highs. I was thinking the same things. Should some of these high flyers start to fail a little bit with Nvidia, should it start selling after earnings, would that then start lifting the IWM up, potentially giving it a shot for new highs? I think Mohaned's right. He's saying if PCE is bad, IWM is getting hit. Yep. I think so too.
Again, KDP guys kind of just right into that 29.55 zone. So that's where we knew there would be some significant resistance. The key is if it just stays right here and consolidates, then I think that's where, it sets up for that next push tomorrow. I'll show you guys that are new here, the level here. So this was yesterday, how it kept on hammering on that same level, and it's right back there.
All right, folks, it is about that time. I'm going to hop off. You guys have a good, great rest of the afternoon. Good luck on Nvidia earnings, guys. And we'll be seeing you guys on the charts tomorrow.
See you later, buddy.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Drew.
Hey,
Thanks
you're
for
welcome.
hopping on with us.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.
Yeah, today's going to be telling for the semis overall because you have a setup here where if Nvidia falls, the SMH probably falls and forms a head and shoulders. Or if it pushes up, you have this upside trend line here around this 305 level that will be a fair amount of resistance. So again, that would be about a $7 up move to get to 305. Or do we start to form that bigger head and shoulder pattern? The VIX remains pretty depressed here, trading still below 15 ahead of these reports, both Nvidia and the PCE on Friday. Nothing really here. I mean, again, generally below 15, eventually you get a pop that could be back into the 20s, but you just don't know if it's going to kind of dribble down for a period of time.
Yeah, KDP is trying to push up. It's got $29.52. That's really the line in the sand that we got to get and stay above. If it stays above there, you guys, we got plenty of upside. No, we're not going to close it today. I mean, we've already held it over one time. So KDP will be another one that we'll just hold it overnight again.
Yeah, if I didn't like it anymore, then I would dump it here. But again, I do think we get through the 29.55 level and then make a run at 30 tomorrow. So might as well try to capture that extra move.
Yeah, no point in cutting it if you still like the chart setup.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great parallel channel there. Yeah, John, I agree. I think Nvidia will set the tone into early September at least. I mean, if it's gangbusters, it's going to, just continue to tell investors to pile in the market. But if there's any sort of weakness at these valuations for the market, you got to assume there would be some profit taking and some worries, especially with what Powell said about inflation inching up and the economy slowing down. After the bell today, we have Snowflake earnings, along with a few others as well. So should be an interesting after hours. Snowflake, CrowdStrike reports, Nvidia, obviously, Hewlett Packard, HP, Urban Outfitters sometimes is a big mover as well. Agilent Technologies. Five Below. Yeah, these are all big movers usually.
Yeah, Five Below can really move.
Yep. Five Below's at 4 o'clock with Nutanix. And then at 4:05, CrowdStrike and Snowflake and Urban Outfitters. And then 4:15, HPQ, and at 4:20, Nvidia.
Be a fun day. Nice thing is,
Yeah,
at least Nvidia's spread out.
I agree.
It's not with the other ones. Philip's asking, when you're speaking about trading earnings, do you trade today in the aftermarket? Yes, that's what he's talking about. Yep, after hours trading. Alan's saying, I'm concerned. I'm guessing you're saying considering swing trade short on MDB at $300 Pierce when gap fill lurks at 350 and 300 is nowhere near the chart high. Am I being too conservative? Really depends on how you maneuver through the chart, really. So 350, I mean, it's already up 36% on the day. At some point, you should get a pretty significant pullback on MDB. And so if it, here, let me show my charts with you. Go ahead and move Gareth. So MDB right here, you look at the daily time frame. So if you get up to $300, look at all this resistance. You got a lot of resistance in this area. So that's what I'd be more concerned with rather than the gap fill. If you start consolidating and basing at $300, then you could head up to 350. But on a $300 stock, that's not a significant move one way or another, right? So 17%. Let's say you could add right here at this double top area, add to your position if you're swing trading, and then you could add at 350, just in case you do end up getting a pullback. If it gets up to $315, a 10 or 15% pullback back to this high right here wouldn't be out of the question. So whether that's too conservative, that's really your call. I would wait a couple days to see how the earnings play out, because we start consolidating too much, then maybe you stay away from the $300 level and wait for a push higher. But and that's part of swing trading, right? Is being able to navigate through the charts and seeing, all right, well, here's the first resistance level. If it goes up, where's my next resistance level? All right, here's the next resistance level. I'm going to go ahead and add at this $225 level because it's in the mid level or mid range between the 350 and the 300, and then add again at 350, knowing that there's a pretty big gap fill. And now you've increased your position size, and so wait for a 10, 15, 20% pullback, and then that'll allow you to maneuver through the trade. So many different ways to do it. It doesn't have to be like this is the only way to do it. Whether it's too conservative or not, I don't know. I guess it's a hindsight, right? You only know if it's too conservative if it hits that level and pulls back 10, 15, 20% and you didn't get filled. So that's why we like to get in a little bit sooner. Mohammed, you really like the IWM trade or chart. Yeah. So even if we got in, what would we be looking for as far as an upside? We could get 2%, but look at the day, right? You're up 0.7%. So even the way that the chart is trading today, you're at lower volume, so you get this little bit of a float. You don't really have an advantage. And what happens towards the end of the day and it starts flushing out, you know? So it doesn't even have a fully developed bull flag, right? You had this decent up move, sideways consolidation, but it's still immature. It doesn't give us an advantage whatsoever. And then you've got this down sloping parallel channel, the upper end of this down sloping parallel channel for a potential target. But if you notice that when we day trade, we look for extended moves, like we were looking at MDB today. We were also looking at ANF. ANF was down pretty sizably. So we want volatility. We want some sort of movement in the stock, that or possibly a continuation move on the previous day. But right now, there's nothing we can do on IWM. William C saying, I hear rabbits chewing. Yeah, Gareth was chewing something. I'm not sure.
I think he's chewing celery.
Ugh, gross.
You
My
don't like
kids
celery?
love celery. No.
I also don't like veggies.
Oh, I like broccoli and cauliflower and stuff, but celery,
Flour rice.
celery and carrots. Nope, won't do it. I will eat carrot cake though, which is weird. I know. It's the cream cheese frosting. I like the cream cheese frosting. I'll eat that.
Yes, Constantine, the levels for KDP are the same as of now. No change so far. S&P at all-time highs going into Nvidia earnings, and you think it's going to drop and pop, Ben says. Ben thinks it's going to drop and pop. I think it's going to pop and drop. I think it's going to open higher tomorrow and then fall. But you think it's going to open lower tomorrow than pump?
I think it's going to drop on earnings. Yes.
I'm confused.
I think it's going to drop today on the back of earnings. What are you confused about?
So it's going to open lower tomorrow?
No, I didn't say that at all.
You said it's going to drop on earnings, but you're not sure if it's going to open lower.
Right. Well, those are two, in my opinion, they're two different things. I think what's going to happen is it's going to drop, probably get back down to $173.72. Could even drop a little bit lower. Now, what it does in the overnight, I'm not 100% sure, but that's just my prediction. It's going to drop here, and you're going to get a bounce.
So you're going to go long there, potentially in the earnings trader?
It's not an extended enough move. If it gets down to $167.03, yes, I will go long on earnings trading, on the earnings trader.
Or would you short it off of earnings?
Nope. 200?
Yep. Yes. Yep. That's about right.
But that's a huge move, though. Man.
I think it's maybe 190. I think it's the 190. I think it opens at 190, then falls tomorrow.
Interesting. On that note, let's short all of them into earnings.
What else has earnings? Nvidia. What else?
Snowflake, I think. Let me make sure I got something. Yep, CRWD, CrowdStrike, HBQ, URBN, FIVE, COO. I don't Cooper Companies. I don't know what that's about. TCOM, but trip.com isn't until 6. You have GES, so it's Guess has earnings at 4:15. So
So
yeah,
we're really just gonna trade
all the
Nvidia,
things.
CrowdStrike, and Snowflake,
And HPQ,
HPQ.
and maybe URBN. But
How about Five Below? Five.
have you seen Five Below?
No.
Oh my gosh, this thing is crazy volatile.
Oh, it's up. Oh, it's also down.
Yeah, this is incredible. All right, let me go ahead and remove all this noise. It's got a lot of resistance right here, and it's building a base underneath this resistance level. 146.28. I think this thing's going higher based on this price consolidation right underneath resistance. It's hard to tell where this is going to go. Look at this price, 100 and 200, almost 200% off the lows. Boy, howdy. Nino is saying options have prices at 6% move up or down. All right. Jake says, I know Nvidia is going to drop on earnings. Huh. All right. Share the insider information, please, Jake, from State Farm. Travis is saying, or Ben, if you can show, will you retype the question that you had? I didn't get that question. I didn't see it anywhere. JP is saying Jake has 1 million shares he's going to sell. Oh, I mean, if you're going to sell,
I'm ready.
this is the area to sell. All-time highs. But then again, I thought this would have been a great place to sell. And then this, and then this. So maybe not. Maybe other people know stuff that I don't. And Nvidia is just going to the moon. Mohammed, I don't believe you can do options after hours. In fact, I'm 95% sure you can't. Those are market only. Nice little pop on KDP. Oh yeah, Travis said, Gareth said KDP might go to $28.71 this morning, so I added there. It was the exact bottom. Can you show how he came up with that conclusion? There was a down sloping parallel channel that Gareth had on his charts, which is why he targeted that specific area. So if Gareth gets back on here, he'll show you exactly where the that down sloping parallel channel was. So it's just the bottom end of it. Let's see if I can recreate it just for funsies. The only thing I can think is this right here. Intentionally connecting these lows, maybe this high. I don't know. This looks pretty good though. Connecting these pivots, see the resistance, which means that as soon as it gets back above, it provides some support. So it's just support. You added just not enough. Well, I mean, you say it's just not enough now, but if it had gone the other direction and continued to fall, I'm sure you'd been saying, yeah, I added plenty there. Was able to protect myself by not over leveraging my trade. You know, that's all a shift in the mindset. All right. Right, exactly. How's your socks trade looking, Lawton?
How's the what coming?
Oh, you're not in socks? I'm sorry, I'm having flashbacks and just
I'm
feels
not in
it's
socks.
just weird that you're not in that position. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Travis,
This
that's a
thing
good average. Yeah.
slowly moving up.
Yep, just kind of like MongoDB. This is on my radar for tomorrow, although you can't trade it now.
MongoDB.
Could, yeah. Just when volatility leaves a stock, it just runs away.
Poops out. Dude, I will trade MongoDB. You'll trade it. We'll all trade it if it gets to.
$300.
Yeah, my level is 298.13.
All right. Well, you get in before me.
Let's just the gap fill.
It's all right. You can take it.
But what if it gaps up again? Past $300.
Well, then
You're gonna get in pre-market?
I will. Yes. Look at this though.
I mean, is it me or the market's just been quiet for the past couple of weeks?
It's. I think it's just you. I mean, I've been pretty busy. I've traded one day out of the last 5. So
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you want. I don't know what
Yeah.
you want from me.
I was looking. I was just going to go look at. I was like, oh wait, really? Let me just look at our record in the last week. 7 days. Let's check. I've taken 3 trades. You've taken 2 trades. Drew's only taken 3 trades. Gareth took 4 trades.
Garrett, I don't consider Drew taking 3 trades. Those are too quick. Like you blink and you're out of those things. It's not.
He's had 3, and I've had 3, and you've had 2.
Yeah, but you've been in trades. He's been in like scalps, like wham wham. I don't know what to call them. They're not day trades. Those are scalps, like straight scalps.
No, I'm scalped. Mine are scalps. I feel like mine are actually considered scalping.
Well, scalping is like in and out within like 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Day trades are some that take, 3 to 10 minutes or longer. Sorry to burst your bubble, Lawton. Just ridiculous. Tara's dropping big drop on everything tomorrow. I'm calling it.
All right, Tara, if you're wrong, I'm coming for you. Ben I'm going to send Dr. B after you.
You're gonna send him after me?
No, after Tara, if she's not right. If we don't have a big fall tomorrow. Trent saying, quit poking the bear, Ben.
Who's the bear? Oh, you're the bear. Got it.
But yeah, I mean, I'm going to Philly next weekend for a bachelor party. Anyone have any suggestions for anything?
Get a cheesesteak.
I will get a cheesesteak.
Keith, he actually started his own business. So he's Dr. B is now doing
Medical consulting.
medical consulting. Yeah,
It's like
pretty cool.
concierge doctor, so it's like a private doctor. So like
Right.
you can pay him to be your doctor. He's going
Yeah.
back to being a doctor.
That's right.
He still trades like in the morning and stuff, but he's going back to being a doctor.
He's always wanted to start his own like business without having to be in the emergency room and stuff like that. And so for him, this is a great opportunity for him to do. Zach saying nitrous oxide. What did I miss? Max is asking, what's the name of his company? Dr. B's concierge service? No, I don't know. All right, hold on. I have it. One second. Let me find it. Lon, do you know what it is?
His thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. His
Here we
thing
go.
is Olympic Medical Consulting.
Olympic Concierge Medicine.
Concierge medicine, yeah.
Not Ozempic, Olympic.
And he likes saying that because he's
He was at the Olympics.
wow,
at one
stocks just popped. Wow.
point. Oh,
If you took my trade, you would have been filled right now. Would have gotten out. Look at this. Look at this. Dump in the markets. Q's
Oh.
coming in. S&P coming
oh
in
my
as
gosh.
well.
Look at that. The VIXI is heading higher.
Question is, why is the market starting to dump? There has to be news, right?
No.
Or people just know. They know what's going to happen
They-
on Nvidia earnings. They know.
If you know, you know. Tara saying, told you. Yeah, you did. And now they're getting a bid right back up.
Not
Sorry.
right back up, but yeah.
Oh no, they're back right where they were.
Yeah.
Not a big dump in the markets. I mean, it's a 0.23% drop. Now, if we start getting back below 245.62, then we're starting to talk. Right now, I mean, still not a lot. And if you don't know, now you know. That's right, Ahmed.
Trin says, told you Geno's for steak, Oyster House for lobster roll. And then Delilah's. Oyster House, I don't know if the boys want to eat a lobster roll, but Geno's, Pat's and Geno's. I know that there's a competition. I think I had Pat's. I don't think I've been to Geno's. Michael says, leave your weapons at home. Okay. Yeah, Drew's been very quick this week. I mean,
That's what his wife said. Oh, he's not listening.
there's something wrong with you, man. You got something seriously. You got some serious psychological issues you need addressed. Not even kidding. Go get some help.
That's what we have the trading floor for. I mean, these people know everything,
They know too much.
especially if you want to talk about milk.
No, don't. Why did you say that word? Why did you do that?
Yeah, KDP is looking pretty good. Still got a ways to go. Another 70 cents or so. 60 cents. Yeah. That's all right.
Let's see if KDP can continue to grind up. It looks pretty good, actually. Just chilling here, despite that drop.
Yeah, it's inverse the markets.
It's good.
Doesn't really care. Yeah, sure is.
Doing its own thing. Ben, do you want an egg roll? Everett, do you want an egg roll? Here, take an egg roll. Can you give one to Ben? Just take the whole thing. Give the other one to Ben. Can you feed it to him, please? Thank you.
You're not gonna have feed me.
Yeah, can you feed it to him, please?
All right, thanks. Sorry, I got to turn off my camera for this.
No, leave it on. I want to see.
Yeah, I know. That's why I gotta. I'll be
No,
here.
You
I'm
said
gonna stop my
you,
camera.
I thought you liked Five Guys. This is your favorite, right? That's what I heard. Trin says, unfortunately, I can't donate 2K for the bachelor party since Sox doesn't get back to 12. It's all good, Trin. All good. I just broke a pen that I was playing with. Now I'm very sad. That's what you get for playing with pens.
Travis, I agree. We need Warren Buffett to switch from Coke to Dr. Pepper.
Does he drink Coke or do Coke or what?
I heard he drinks one Coke every day.
Oh, it's like how Trump eats like a Big Mac every day, right? I heard something about that. If I was president, I'd have a chicken nuggets every single day.
From Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A or McDonald's doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
Both. Tripping Warren on Coke. Yeah, something's in Coke. Yep. Kevin says that's correct. You're right. You're right, Kevin. He says he owns about 9% of Coke. All right. Warren Buffett. Yep, you got it. I didn't know that. I think we're about to confirm on KDP in the 1 minute. Look at KDP perking up. All right, let's keep pushing on. I think it's going to pull back though a little bit. Maybe it gets to 29.65. Let's see. Anything could happen. Do you have siblings, Ben?
Two.
2 siblings.
Yep.
A brother and a sister?
A brother and sister.
Older?
I had an older brother, but now I've got a younger brother and a younger sister. My older brother died at 30.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thanks.
We have a younger brother and a younger sister.
I do.
Where do they live? Oregon?
Yeah, they both live in Oregon.
Nice.
That's where my whole family's at. I don't know why they like it there. Actually, I do. My parents like it there because, well, especially my mom. It's like the worst thing I got to deal with is, gardener snakes. There's nothing poisonous. There's no alligators, no crocodiles. There's no poisonous spiders and stuff like that.
Yep. Or do there other? I mean, there's not that many of them here in Florida. It's not like I'm walking around and they're big, like I feel like I'm gonna die from the animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
And people are like, when I tell them I live in Florida, be like, dude, there are crazy amounts of alligators and guns and stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you think I'm just walking down the street? I'll be like, oh man, I hope I don't get eaten by an alligator today. It's not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah, so somebody's asking, how did he die, if you don't mind talking about it? No, he died of leukemia, actually. Yeah,
It sucks. Sorry.
yeah, it does. 15 years ago. Wow, it's crazy.
Did your all your family members also serve in the military?
My dad was in the military. He was in the Air Force. And then my brother joined the Air Force. Actually, he joined after I did. About
The older one or younger one?
my older one. Yeah.
Mm.
It was crazy because we were in the. So when I was in basic training, my brother ended up joining at the same about 4 weeks after I did. It's a 6-week long basic training, and I was one of the dorm guards, I guess what they call them. So I stayed up at night and I monitored the room. Obviously, nobody's going to attack this part. Plus, we're still in basic training. And this new group of cadets just came in, and so we needed to provide security for that dorm. And I volunteered, and I actually got to go see my brother the day. I don't know if it was the same day that he was there or 2 days later, but it was cool because we got to kind of have that little moment
In basic training?
in basic training. Yeah, I actually gave him, so you can get coins in the military, and so I actually gave him a coin for the barracks that I was in, for the base, and then he got it taken away. Like, fine, whatever.
How did you get it taken away?
Just the drill instructor said, "Oh, you're not supposed to have these yet. You haven't passed like week 3 or week 2, so you can't have them. So I'm going to take this one." Like I didn't.
All right.
So he basically stole it. Come on, whatever, man.
Damn.
I know.
Rohit, we do not have any course for options yet. Han says thanks for your service. Muhammad was also U.S. Air Force. Cool. David says, hi guys, I'm curious on a inverse head and shoulders pattern. Does the neckline have to be down sloping or it can be up sloping slightly? Nope, has to be down sloping or flat. No up sloping. Has to be down sloping.
Oh, thanks, Mario. I appreciate it. He says thank you for your service. Yeah, that it was tough.
I'm sure.
Oh, later. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah. The worst part was he has 2 kids, and they were younger when he passed. So now they're in their 20s. So they got to grow up without a father, which, it sucks.
Yeah.
And, it would be okay if they had a, good relationship with their mother, but they just don't have a great relationship with their mother either.
Don't talk with their mom?
Not all the time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what about you? I know you've got your brother that moved in with you.
Yep, I've
That you have to ask permission if you can go golfing.
No, I just don't want to leave him alone. Want to make sure he comes. I have a younger brother, then I have a younger stepsister, and then on the mom's side I have like 4 or 5 stepsisters, but I don't talk to them.
Like you don't talk to him because you don't want to talk to him, or you just don't talk to him?
We don't talk to them. Like our family doesn't really talk to them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing. Like it's just a whole weird family drama. It's just like when money gets involved in family, it's all kind of weird, you know.
Oh, I know. I had a business. I opened a CrossFit gym, and I brought in my both my younger siblings in on the business with me, and did not end well.
But you're good with them now, right?
Yeah, I am. But it took a lot of years, a lot of conversations about the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, come on, let's just
No, I
get past
gotcha.
this.
Max saying, I'm trying to sign up for the option service, but I don't know where to start. Well, you can go to the verifiedinvesting.com website, and then right there under swing trade alerts, you can click on smart money options, and you can sign up right there. Please
And
let
then
me
I would
not
just
give anyone
I would
my
just
tricks.
recommend taking it real slow if you're not familiar with options, because options are very tricky. There's a lot of nuances that you don't have to deal with in stock trading or investing, like expirations and premiums and different things like that. So just, watch the video that I do once a week in there, and then just take it real slow. You even feel like maybe you don't take any trades for a week or two, and just watch and kind of see what happens or how things work.
Mm-hmm. ER says, just lost 150K a few months ago on a real estate deal with my family. Never doing that again. Yeah, man, it's weird whenever money's involved. That's why, like, if my friends or family or something ask me for money or do something like that, I just give it to them, and I'd be like, listen, man, if you pay me back, you pay me back. If you don't, you don't. But I'm not gonna,
I'm not gonna hound you for it.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not gonna make it into a weird thing. Yeah.
You could say you could pay me back, or you could be my butler.
It's like weird. Like it's the same thing with like having friends, moving in with friends and roommates, and like collecting rent, right? Because especially when like I'm the one always when I lived with the roommates, I would have to ask everyone for rent. I'd be like, bro, and I'd pay the guy first. Then I'd be like, dude, come on, you gotta give me back the money. Like it's just not fair. You can't just not pay. And after that, I stopped having roommates. I went to live by myself.
I mean,
after that.
yeah, if they're not going to pay anyways, why even have them around?
And I'm like, why? Like, I don't know. It's weird with friends. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Ulysses says, hey, Lawton, can I borrow $1 million? I got you, man.
And you don't even have to pay him back.
No, you don't have to pay me back. Yeah, you could have it in Zimbabwean dollars, right? Richard says, I learned at an early age that you don't loan money you can't afford to go without. Exactly. That's exactly my mentality. Like I won't spend money or give money or do anything with money that I need.
I hate owing people money. Like I can't stand it. I try to clear that as soon as possible. It just lingers in the back of your head, like over and over again.
I hate it. Like Asian people don't really like taking on loans of any sort. Even like school loans, they would rather you not loan from the government, ask like a family friend for money, pay it up front, and then pay that family friend back, like super quick, or like pay your parents back or something. I don't know. It's weird. Joseph says, well, they're making it into a weird thing. You're just asking for it. So it's not you're not asking. You're just trying to avoid the weirdness. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it is. But sometimes you can't help it, right? Sometimes you gotta take a loan for like a house, or because houses are expensive, or cars, right? Because cars are expensive. So sometimes, or even college, like it's really expensive. So understand just like unnecessary loans, like a Klarna, buy now, pay later for like a new pair of shoes or something. The options trade video, if you go to the member dashboard and you scroll down on the left-hand side to where it says smart money options, you can just click on options swing trader. And then you can see Gareth puts a video once a week.
Yeah, Fridays. I usually do a video where I go
Fridays.
over all the open trades and kind of the outlook and how I'm looking at it and why I'm taking those trades. Yeah.
All right, guys. Gareth, do you want to give them your game plan on KDP? It is that time. It is 3:30 p.m.
Yes.
We have an earnings trader today as well, so we're going to hop off a little early to kind of prepare for that.
All right. So let me throw up my screen here so that I can go over it. But yeah, honestly, very happy with how this performed today. We talked about earlier, if it could just close above, we're at 29.55 right now. Listen, we still have 30 minutes left, but it's around 29.60. So that's good. You can see the parallel worked perfectly there. We expected a bounce off of that. We're getting it. So the game plan here is I'm holding full position into tomorrow. If it does after hours have news where it jumps up, I'll be unloading 3/7 at break even. And then the rest will look for $1 on it. And if it hasn't done any of that, then tomorrow morning I'll give you, as it's trading, we'll talk about our strategy. But always good just in case, because you never know, especially since this company's got crushed because they're doing a buyout of another company. You never know. Maybe they decide, hey, this isn't for us, and we're going to back out on it. In which case, this thing would go back to like $32, $33 pretty quickly. That shouldn't be expected though. But the goal again is 3/7 off break even in the after hours or into tomorrow pre-market. And then the remainder would be at $1 gain. If none of that happens by the open, then I'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9:30 and I can give you guys the latest. All right.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in with us. If you guys are watching through YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you can get notified when we go live on any of our channels. So we appreciate you guys.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Let's see what Nvidia has for us after hours, and we'll be trading it actively tomorrow morning. I have a feeling there'll be some good trades tomorrow morning in the trading room.
Absolutely. Bye, guys.